Hello.
Welcome to the webinar. We just wait 1 more minute and then we are good to go, and Holger leads through the webinar. If there's any questions along the presentation, feel free to write in the chat. I'll try to answer it during the webinar. And yeah, we start in 30 seconds. Let's see. Okay, Holger, I think we're good to go. Let's roll.
Great. We have a hard timing, so it's good to start. A warm welcome to that Skybo webinar on creating the perfect intranet based on Microsoft 365. I'm really delighted to see you. Thanks to Skybo to give me this opportunity to present the possibilities using their great solution. My name is Holger Dietz. I've been building intranet solutions based on Microsoft 365 for over 20 years. And each time when I'm talk to users who work on the go or in productive environments, I often hear the same thing. Yes, we have an intranet, but honestly, it's not relevant for me. I hardly ever use it. Sounds familiar? Microsoft refers to the group of mobile users as first-line or frontline workers. And despite many efforts, companies still struggling to effectively reach this critical audience with mobile solutions built on M365. In this webinar, we will explore why that is and, more importantly, how to fix it. Why you should Teams as a mobile app? From my perspective, there are a few advantages that other mobile solutions simply can't match. It's fully integrated. Many customers who are using dedicated mobile apps are struggling with the Office integration of M365 data. Teams is a core part of the Microsoft 365 ecosystems, and permissions set in M365 groups apply across all apps, giving users seamless access to relevant data. The user experience is characterized by a good working flow. The integration between email, chat, files is smooth and better than at most other tools I know. Perfect for effective collaboration. With Teams, SharePoint, Viva connections, you can have powerful options to integrate business apps, especially those that matter most to mobile users, and that's what we want to take a look at. So let's take to Viva connections built in the mobile Teams app. Mobile users first ask for applications that help them perform everyday tasks more efficiently. These types of mini applications only work if they are simple and fast and do not require development. The Viva Connections dashboard is perfect for this. And now with this, let's jump into a mobile demo. What you are seeing here is my smartphone running the mobile Teams app. I've opened Viva Connections and you see the dashboard with these mini applications like tasks which are assigned to me or what I like is to see videos with learning materials, which I can see directly. Let's take a look at 3 examples that are frequently requested by my clients. In manufacturing companies in particular, it is a legal requirement that employees confirm that they have read occupational safety documents and that the company can provide proof of this. So you can assign updated documents to employees of a group or single employees, and they can read these documents from the app and can confirm it directly. The confirmation is stored in SharePoint and can therefore be verified. And imagine Skybo workflows like reminder to users for that use case. I know many companies that do not have a special tool for managing cars. They want to manage the use of their pool vehicles easily and efficiently. This is a task which can easily be accomplished using a SharePoint list. I can assign a valid or free pool car from a lookup list. I can select the date from the date to select a time, and I will bring it back at 5:30. Can add and comment and save it. And again, that application is stored in SharePoint and then triggered by Skybo to work on that application. For instance, if the car is free, then it can be automatically confirmed. And when you have no free car, then you can send it to any operator to take care about it. So perhaps we have luck. Let's see. We see the entry here. And when I refresh, then you see the update from the workflow. The BMW is available and confirmed. The third application is an HR use case. Many HR tools are not optimized for quickly and easily reporting absences on mobile devices. But when I have to do something spontaneously or I am sick, I don't have time to log in to use complex applications. With this tile, you can do this really easily. Again, you can set an app set time, perhaps a short time illness, select a date of it from to, and give a comment and save. And again, there is a workflow. You can customize it as you want to. I configured it to use types with automatic confirmation and with manual confirmations. And you either can send data to your HR systems, but make the work easier for your mobile users. That is the idea behind it. And again, I can see where we are. We have now a new status, and after some seconds, it will be approved. So easy it is to use that kind of cards on the go. I hope that the idea of providing these useful apps with Viva connections has become a little bit clearer. Later, I will show you how easy it is to create such an application using a multi-applications card within the Intranet builder. Let's take a look to the news section. In the past, news was tagged manually, and users could select the tags that interested them to personalize their feed. And let's be honest, that never really worked. Today, Viva Connections recognized user behavior automatically and identify which news is most relevant to each individual. But to take a look to the intranet, that means that your intranet needs to be structured around areas that reflect user interests, such as business units or like locations or like projects or global initiatives. And I will show you later how easy you can build these areas using the Intranet builder. First, let's take a look how you can create news. Because an intranet lives and breathes through its functionality, but almost equal important is targeted communication. What you see here is the editor's corner. The idea behind it is simple. Plan communication more efficiently. You can map out key communication topics and always keep track of what's been communicated and how successful it was. Like here in case of the engagement index of created page. Because we are talking about it, let's create a news post on the topic of build smart applications. I can either ask the AI to suggest a draft that I can adapt to my ideas, or I can start with my own idea and let the AI complete it. In that case, I create a blank page. And can directly edit it. And like you hear, I'm no native speaker. And so I started my ideas in German and want use the AI to translate them to English. And so I can select a prompt. You can simply define by your own. I can create it. And this prompt then is sent in our case to OpenAI. So you do not need an expensive Copilot license for that. You can use OpenAI. And when I click to update AI content, only that prompt is sent to OpenAI. I get back the response, hopefully in seconds, not in minutes. And then I can work on it. I can combine that prompt. So afterwards, I can use another prompt like optimize the content and enrich it with icons, or I can type anything for my own in that prompt. So you see, I have an English translation, and you can imagine that when I use, for instance, optimize your text, then you can or simply explain it, give me real life examples. Everything about it is in that prompt and can be used by AI. And when everything is fine, I can create a page name. I can select a template, a page template, and I can select the site collection where I want posted, and then create a SharePoint page from it. And you will see later that everything which the intranet builder is doing based on Skybo. And so the end is a standard SharePoint page which you can edit, which you can update, and so on, like any other page. And you can post and send it at the end. But I used it really often, and the creation process is much simpler going that way. Great. As I promised at the mobile demo, we will take a look to build such a mobile application card using that Viva Connections card you see here implemented in SharePoint, and I click to edit and choose a card which comes with the intranet builder and which is designed to really easily click applications together. So I open it, and again, I give some core data to it, like what we will want to do. We want to provide a Teams provisioning service, and that provisioning service can be used by any user. And now I can select any of the site collections I have in my tenant. I can select the list behind it, and I can map the fields, like I want to have a field to save the team's title. I want to use another field, a lookup template, to save or choose the team's template. And I want to see the status of the workflow. To see what's going on, I can click to required fields, and I can choose for the status. I won't have it in the application form. I do not want save values there. I only want to see what's going up in my view form. Click and save, and that's all. So when I click to republish, then I have my card. And when I go to new applications, one small refresh. So when I click to new applications, I get all the templates which are stored also in a SharePoint list, like a global topic. And I can say I want to create a Teams to work with my colleagues on a digital-driven company strategy. Click to save. And again, the entry is stored in SharePoint, and the Skybo functionality is perfect for this, because you have functionality to create teams on a global template, to add members to that teams, to give notifications, to put documents inside of it. So you can do nearly everything about it. And so that Skybo workflow is working in behind. And the idea is, again, when we click to refresh, then we get the status about it, and we can use the teams directly. So that's a really great combination between the simple to use form and Skybo behind it. And now let's take a look to how to enhance that intranet, which is in standard M365 not so easy. So when we take a look, for instance, to a location, then I often see the combination of SharePoint and Viva Engage is a fantastic way to connect structured corporate information with vibrant social communities. And Viva Engage is especially powerful for mobile users. With Skybo, I can predefine my site templates like here. I can embed the Viva Engage feed. I can add additional documents which are useful for users, and I can define a brilliant location space with a social connector in Viva Engage. And the same is, for instance, for projects. When I take a look to a project welcome page, here I have a Teams integrated start page with quick links, with documents which are stored in Teams. And when you imagine that you can publish milestones from your projects, for instance, to everyone, to the news of the company, that's the idea behind it. And the intranet builder has an admin part where you can automate that without to have or use admin skills to do that. So for instance, I can click to, I want to create a new template, and perhaps again, we will use that digital driven company. And now you can choose, do you want to use a content template, which is creating a SharePoint site collection? Do you want to create a communication template, which is creating a Viva Engage community and embed it to the intranet hub and use Skybo to merge that defined template with the start page and everything else to it, or do the same with the Teams template and create a Teams and embed it to the intranet. And so I can say, okay, it's a topic template to identify it later on a navigation dashboard. You can take a look. If you already have a site with that URL, in that case, it is valid. You can set specific site permissions to that. And when I click to save, then the Skybo workflow will create that site collection, that community or team space, and will add it with the template in between it without any administrative or coding skills which you would need to do that in M365 by default. That's the idea, to easily enhance the intranet with such an functionality. And so let's jump back to the presentation and take a look. What can I do with the intranet builder? What I can't do with Microsoft 365. And there I will highlight 3 points. First, what I learned from my many past intranet projects is that M365 is very complex. It requires numerous of workshops to develop the basic architecture. Therefore, the intranet builder offers a turnkey predefined intranet that is easy to set up and use. To implement business applications with workflows in M365, you need qualified developers. The intranet builder is based on Skybo, and as it is much easier to implement such solutions on this basis. To set up or expand a standard internet, I need a well-trained administrator with coding skills in M365. And therefore, the intranet builder is designed so that I can make changes without needing technical resources. And all of this is built with the official supported APIs of Microsoft to enhance SharePoint or Teams. That means that all results are standard and can be customized as you are used to. So we are really good in time. And so I'm looking forward to your questions and also take a look to the chat area.
Nothing in the chat, Holger, but really nice presentation about all the different possibilities, especially combining your knowledge from the Intranet builder with Scalable tools. So let's see if there's any open questions or if everything is answered.
If there are no questions, I hope that these webinar met your expectations. I would be delighted to hear from you or see you again. And please use the contact options, use LinkedIn, use to make an appointment if you have special questions, if you want to have a demonstration, and feel free to get in touch with me.
Yeah, so there are actually two questions. Do you see them in the chat, Holger?
Yes. The Intranet Builder is an additional tool. We have a really great license, Skybo license for it, the one solution license where you get all this which you have seen, but it's no free tool like the expense cost or contract management or things like that is an additional solution. Yes.
So it's best to hop on a call with Holger and discuss what you actually need, and then you get a perfect pricing estimate for it.
Great. So thanks again for your time and have a great day or evening, and bye.
Bye-bye.